Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your weekly reading with me. This will be for mid-August. Okay, my angels. So the next week, right? 11th to 17th. It should be on the thumbnail, the dates. But anyway, let's dive in. I actually have really positive messages for you. So let's not jinx it. We'll dive in. The song I heard during a pre-shuffle was Live Your Life by Rihanna, I think it is. So someone put that in the lyrics. So go check that out and see if that makes any sense to you. But if I remember it well, it is more about like, you're going to live a really good life, which is interesting because I had already pulled out your oracles as I was shuffling the rest of the cards. So I'm going to speak about it. You have Mutt. I don't know if I pronounce these names right, but this says fairness. This situation will be handled in a fair and just matter, which can be a really good card for justice and karma. It feels more like that. But if you are dealing with any unfairness or any situations like that in your life, then again, you're going to get some justice there. You have Lakshmi, which is bright future. So it makes sense with the song. Stop worrying. Everything is going to be fine. Okay. And these both came out together, which is Yemenya. Anyways, I didn't know how to say anything. Golden opportunity. Important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. Okay, let's dive into your spread then. With that being said, I'm going to just quickly put these all together. So you have fairness, bright future, and a golden opportunity this week. Love that. Okay, let's dive into your reading. Let's see what's going on for my Pisces, please, Spirit. Come to the edge. That could be about this golden opportunity. I love this so much. I want to get another card out. I feel like it's important. So let's listen to my intuition here. For Pisces, please. Angel of Love. Interesting. First chakra. So this is making sense with what I was feeling. Identity shift. I just came out of Aquarius's reading, and honestly, that was so powerful that I feel like it's going into your energy too. Things are changing. Whenever the Come to the Edge card comes up, it is a bit like the Fool card for me, which is taking a leap of faith, doing something new and going on a new journey. I don't know if that's literal for you and you're changing your career or you're changing your home or whatever it is in your life, changing the way that you do certain things. But I do feel like it's about your identity. So the first chakra coming through is really like that. You're changing your identity, you're changing how you show up to the world, and therefore the world will change how it shows up for you. So it's very beautiful. So changing your reality and that kind of stuff is important. Now, when the Come to the Edge card comes in, this was supposed to happen anyway. Spoiler alert, this was going to happen. Whatever this leap of faith that you guys are doing, or whatever this change is that you're doing, this is not going to stand for much longer. You can see this is crumbling, right? So I always say that this is a foundation that you're on, the life that you've been living, whatever it could mean for you, a career, whatever. This was kind of falling away anyway. Maybe you could see that there was not a big future here doing things this way. So they've been calling you to come to the edge for a little while now, and it does look like you're going to start doing it. Angel of Love. So this is the golden opportunity, okay? The Angel of Love is coming through. So of course, this is about self-love first and foremost. And the love that you give for yourself, right? So maybe starting a new opportunity or going into a new opportunity is an act of self-love, right? Or living a life or having routines that again fill you up is an act of self-love too. So that's very important here. But also Angel of Love is also that maybe you guys are going to find some love during this week, or there's some loving moments coming up for you guys during this time. Anything else for Pisces? Trust all will be well. New moon in Virgo. So new energy, right, with the new moon. But trust all will be well is basically what the song says, and also what the bright future says as well. So that's a very big message for you, that everything is going to be okay. If you knew everything would work out, how would you live day to day? That's my question for you, Pisces. You can write it down below if you want, or just think about it in your life because it feels important. Okay, let's dive in. What is the overall energy of the week for Pisces? Woo! Oh, gorgeous energy. Okay, so some of you could definitely be moving homes. Others of you are moving homes with children, or there's something going on here, maybe a trip with children, because the Empress with the Six of Cups is about children. So maybe you guys are conceiving or growing your family, or again, like there's something going on here about nurturing things and finding peace. I don't know, it's a very beautiful maternal paternal like energy going on here, nurturing things, even if it's animals. Now, the Empress is also about you knowing your worth, knowing your value. Six of Cups is interesting because it could refer to, how things have always been, the familiar, right? The past, nostalgia. This is an energy that you're walking away from for some, and you're stepping into a more confident version of yourself. The Empress, again, you know your worth, you know your value, you're finding peace in your energy and trusting that all will be well. The Empress knows the energy she puts out to the world will come back to her tenfold. Amen to that. The Chariot is also an interesting one because this would be the Emperor energy. So action, moving forward, chasing your dreams and goals, leaving the comfort zone behind to create a new structure. What's interesting here is this feels like there's an element of having beautiful, loving relationships this week, or feeling love for yourself and feeling worthy and being in an Empress energy of flow and attraction and not needing to chase in some areas, finding peace, beautiful energy. But then you also have an area where you're having to take the lead. And I wonder if some of you, if you are in the Empress Six of Cups, that things have been a bit comfortable for a while and now you're kind of creating a new structure for you to feel safe and stable there. Whether you're balancing both these energies. I'm going to clarify. Let's have a little look and see. But the Empress is all about abundance. So I have no stress about your future. Let's dive in. I'm going to go this way. Why is the Six of Cups in the energy of the week? What is this referring to? Four of Pentacles and Judgment suggest letting go of the past, of the familiar. Why is the Empress coming through? Two of Cups, so definitely is like evolution in a relationship. Some of you will be meeting a soulmate at this time if you're already in a relationship. Maybe there is some conception here or growing a family together coming up, whatever that is. Or again, there's a lot of love coming up for you in a dynamic, a lot of peace, a lot of love and nurturing of this connection in general. Could also just be better relationships and friendships in general because of how you're showing up. One more for the Empress, Two of Cups. Interesting, no longer resisting love, because the Seven of Wands can be that there's a lot up against you, right? Maybe you've been feeling not worthy of it, right? Because the Empress is about worthiness and accepting and receiving. So I feel like that's what's changing here. Your relationships get better the more that you are open to receiving love. The Chariot, why is this the energy of the week? Oh, High Priestess reverse. Why is the Chariot in the energy of the week? Ten of Wands. Now, Ten of Wands is about letting go of baggage, and the Emperor again is about leaving the city behind, things that don't work out for you, all the old stories you told yourself of disappointments or things not working out. It's different now. But why is the High Priestess reversed here? It is about following your intuition, following your inner guidance. Could be again that things are still unknown moving forward, but she's in reverse. Six of Pentacles is about paying attention to what you're giving your time and energy to. Can be about limited beliefs as well. She's been coming up a lot about that. So Ten of Wands could be about releasing old belief systems and really starting to give more time and energy to belief systems and habits and routines and health habits also that you want to grow and have more of. So it could be a little bit of changing that up actually. Let me see. Anything else for that Chariot? Are you joking? The Chariot chases the star. So the Devil here is about removing attachments, removing temptations, removing bad habits, removing fears, so that you can connect more to the star, which would be healing, dreams, goals, wish fulfillment, instead of it being solely based on materialistic stuff, because the Devil can be material world things like money and status and ego. It's more about fulfilling your purpose in the world. So yes, you can still have everything that you want and desire, money, whatever, being in the spotlight even for some, which I think the song is about too. I don't know. Go let me know in the lyrics. But instead of it being about ego and fear and greed, you're doing it from a place of it's your purpose, it's your right, and it will happen a lot easier, which I wonder if that's why the Empress is there. It will naturally come to you. Yes, there's some things you need to take action on, but the result will come to you. You don't have to chase or sacrifice anything in order to have it, your dreams and goals. Okay, you just have to let go of temptations and bad habits. That's all. That's the sacrifice, I guess, that we would say. But you don't need to sacrifice yourself. Yourself will remain the same. The star is all about your vulnerability and your true authenticity. So that can remain. You don't need to lose yourself. to have the things that you desire, okay? That's an important message that you guys are learning right now. Okay, anything else? Let's look at your energy. How is Pisces showing up this week? Queen of Cups, love it. Angel of Love. You're showing up as an angel of love, I guess. Queen of Cups is about mastering your feelings and emotions, balancing them. You guys are an empath. You know that. I mean, Pisces is known to be the most intuitive sign. So yeah, Queen of Cups would be that. And sensitive, yes, you pick up on energies around you. So Queen of Cups is really mastering that. Knowing when to place boundaries to your empathy, right? When to kind of rein your feelings in, and otherwise we just feel everything, get overwhelmed, right? So it's really about protecting your energy and protecting this beautiful person that you are in your heart, right? Why is the Queen of Cups in Pisces energy? Okay, a lot of cards coming out lately. Oh my goodness. This feels like spirit. I wonder if anyone has had like miscarriages, your baby's up there watching you, guiding you. They're your spirit guide. That's really random, but there is like a child and a mentor here, and I feel like this is looking down at your path. This is your higher self, also in your inner child too. So your inner child is also here at play for the rest of you. Okay, interesting. So with the Queen of Cups in your energy, this looks like your path, and this looks like a higher self watching it. So the Hermit does speak about looking at things through a higher lens, right? Adding your inner child in as well. So following your heart is important. Honoring your heart and your feelings is important, because maybe as a young child you were always told you were too sensitive, or that you're too much of this and that, right? When you're following your heart, your passion. So keep honoring that side of yourself. The Hermit again, using the star, your dreams, goals, your purpose to guide you. There is change coming up. This feels like where you are currently. Strength in the Knight of Swords is interesting. I think through life you've had to gain a lot of, be courageous and bold, right? Probably had to do things you didn't want to do, which is where you gain some courage. Seven of Pentacles does suggest that some things might not be working right now in your life, and maybe you've been trying to rush things for sure. I do feel like you're changing direction, which would make sense with come to the edge. Some of you could start like a new career path for yourself, or again, you're making progress in some ways. This is like you're facing change. This is facing strength, which is not bad, right? You're facing your strength and your courage, but you're not actually facing the change. I wonder what that means to you. But that's changing. I think you're actually starting to transform and grow, like we said over here, to make progress, to try something new, to plant new seeds in life, right? So new ways of doing things for sure, and approaching life. Eight of Wands is a nice clarification that you're on the right track, okay? Things are going to start speeding up for you in the right direction. Trust it. Again, that death energy is important. Things are changing in your life, and maybe you can sense it or not. Like I said earlier with Come to the Edge, this is kind of inevitable. Something that you've been doing for a while, or an energy that you've been in for a while, is not going to serve you much longer. So it's time to shift things up and change, which is what life is all about. We're always here to grow, evolve, learn new things. Okay, it's your soul's purpose. As much as the material world is great, stay stable, stay to the things that we've always done, right? It limits your growth, okay? And anything that is not growing is rotting. So let me just say that. So you're here to grow. So with that being said, that's your souls and spirit guides guiding you and your higher self. What is the challenge for Pisces this week? Hierophant, your commitments. Okay, maybe that's about relationships being a challenge. I'm going to find out why, but it does mainly come up as belief systems, structures, traditional ways of doing things could be changing. And yes, it can be marriage. Why is a Hierophant a challenge for Pisces? It could be a Taurus. You have to change it up, right? You have to really decide what you're committing to. Okay, now some of you could be getting divorced, but that's just for some out there. The Two of Swords, again, is about making a big decision in life. And it could just be going all into something, right? Fully committing to a new path. And this makes sense with fairness, by the way. If there is any legal situations or contracts that you guys are signing, trust that everything will work out in your favor. Okay? Some of you, this will be like a divorce, or finding balance in relationships, by the way. That could also be what's going on. If you're struggling in relationships, and you know you're going to stay together, but there's a struggle here, then you need to balance, because both of you probably feel like there's an imbalance. And it doesn't mean one person's right or wrong. There might be a need to both of you commit to something here. Not just one person commit to change. Both need to commit to something. That's just random. But in general, for the majority of you, you need to trust in your intuition on making a decision about what you're going to commit to next. What is the commitment about? Ace of Swords, a decision, a truth, a new cycle. Your intuition, like I said, being important here. Okay, let's grab you out advice. What is the advice for Pisces this week? 3 souls start to come in, so healing for sure, addressing your pains. What is the advice for Pisces this week? 2 of Wands, expansion, your future. My goodness, I love that energy. It's one of my favorite cards, really, because it's about your future expanding. You get to create, the world is your oyster when this card comes up. So that's your advice. Think bigger, okay? Big, big, big goals. Why is it 2 of Wands advice? The star, your goals, your dreams. Think incredibly big, okay? Incredibly big. Bright future, golden opportunity. You can have it all. 2 of Wands, why is this the advice? Some of you, that's definitely about travel. Yeah, as I'm saying that, 6 of Wands, 6 of Swords is about travel, right? But it's about moving towards better days. Depends on the cards, but sometimes there's a star in the background, at least on the before tarot deck that I got here, which is this one. There's a star in the background, which is that you're moving towards your hope, you're moving towards your purpose and your calling. So my goodness, I think I'm going to leave it there. Like, I could go on, but your future is bright. You just need to expand and think big and leave sometimes the comfort zone. Not sometimes, you do need to leave things behind, because you've already done that, right? You've already done it. You've already achieved something. You've already got there. Now it's time to move forward and move on to something new. Okay? I love it, right? Expanding your life. So that's what I got for you, Pisces. I hope this reading has helped in some way. Let me know in the comments section if it was resonated with you and that you know, it fit in your life. Let me know how. If you enjoy, make sure you guys like and subscribe and give the video a thumbs up if you want to. But aside from that, I will see you guys next time.